get so emotionally connected to any surfboard that is purple. I'll ride it 10 times more than I should. So if it's purple, I'm gonna like it just how I am. I was one of those kids that was like way too little. I didn't grow at the rate of other children, I guess. So boards didn't fit me, and on top of that, it's hard for parents to buy kids boards, I think. But so I would end up getting hand-me-downs, and I would get broken boards with buckled noses from like Peter Mel and dudes like that who are riding like 6.6s as their everyday shortboards. And I would chop 8 inches off the nose and then like 4 to 6 inches off the tail and kind of like strip the glass off, reshape them, and try to figure it out. I really love to pull into square things. I like that bubble in the ocean feeling, especially when there's nobody around to see it or know about it, to know if it's real or not. It's magic for me. I feel like I represent the everyday average Joe pretty well, and I would say don't buy anything that has anybody's name on it that's an athlete. Stick to more fun performance type stuff, high performance grovelers, everything else until you kind of figure out what's working for you and you kind of progress past that average surfer thing, which takes so long. And I'm so sorry to anybody who's starting now as like a 30-year-old, because we're just not learning Spanish very quick, and we're not learning we're learning how to play pickleball really fast. Surfing is different. Like LeBron James sucks at surfing. So just jump on something that's got a little bit more foam and is a little flatter and a little bit more fun, and just approach it without trying to have like an end result in mind. Just get out there and get up and go fast, and then learn what to do with that. Shape is everything. That volume metric is very helpful. Primarily, I think, for paddling around and catching waves and that sort of stuff. But once you get to your feet, volume is really, I mean, your volume could be 26 or it could be 29. Once it's under your feet, it's totally different. Like, you look at boards that we build for people who are going to like wave pools, and it doesn't really matter. It's just that paddle power thing. So I think it's all just shape and contours and the way water's moving through fins, all that stuff, or fin, singular. I'm a recent convert, I guess. Not because I've ridden a ton of them, but because I've been making them, and I've been hanging out with some of like the big, I think, asymmetrical gurus who are just, I mean, they could start whatever religion, and I'd sign up for that too. It makes a lot of sense. I know that we stand, like our bodies are not symmetrical this way when we're moving laterally. Even this way is not mega symmetrical, but it makes sense. Everything makes sense to me. They do work. Everything works for somebody somewhere. It's so much easier to have fun on fuller boards, and it's like there's a disconnect between what we see in the mirror versus how we feel when we're standing on a wave sometimes. You just gotta accept your dadness. Can I also say with performance boards? Yeah. I love when average surfers are at my spot on performance shortboards. It's just the easiest. They're so good to line up with, and they paddle for all the same waves as you, but you get in, and then you get in behind them or in front of them, and they don't make sections, and then I'm all about it. Actually, just buy performance shortboards off racks. Do that. I don't want to destroy credibility for shapers, but I feel like fins are, I think it's 60-40. Fins are 40% of what you're feeling under your feet. Honestly, like the average stuff in every way is where it's at. Like the mediocre things, like fun meter is happiest when you're not trying so hard, but you're like kind of trying. That fun zone is right here in the middle. Yeah, mid everything. Mid-length, mid-life. This fin would work so good on like a 6.0 to 6.2 that I'm actually trying to turn. And when I get up there, like single fins are kind of like longer and more drawn out naturally. And I ride them a lot just because they smooth all my kinks out. So when I get a clip of me surfing really terrible on like a thruster, I'm like, oh my, what am I doing with my arms, all that? It's kind of like baseball bats, and they have that donut that the guys warm up with. It just like smooths their swing out. That's what this fin on a single fin board would do for my surfing, is I would hop on there and it would just kind of like, I'd have to slow motion turn everything and get my mechanics so good to where it's like I would hop back on a thruster, a twin fin or whatever else, and my body mechanics would be smoother, prettier, and also everything would work better.
Son, she drinks lemonade, I drink lit. Son, chop up, ball and say your sister. Chop up, ball and say your sister. I can get caught looking bitches, not in my system. She drinks